Alright, Flash. I had to make a quick video. This is going to be a quick little recap of what happened last episode because the VOD I had, since I do this on YouTube or on Twitch, got muted. So I can't go through with making the video that I was doing. And also, this isn't even the right freaking. Alright, so like I was saying, this was we lost the end part of our VOD was muted. A lot of our VOD was muted. So basically, last season we had Boston win 4-2. They beat San Jose. We did not make the playoffs. As far as this, the league leaders were Ovechkin 48 goals. Thornton had 81. Datsuk had 105 points. Morrow led with the 203 penalty minutes, which is absurd. Luongo 45 wins. Steve Mason had 244 and 8 shutouts. So he kept going with his really good rookie season. Carter had winning goals. David Wyman had domestic plus minus. Kyle Letton made a butt ton of saves. The awards were as such. So San Jose won Clarence. Boston won Prince. Vancouver won the President's Trophy behind like Luongo and all them. Charles got the Conn Smythe. OV got the Hart. Luongo got the Vezina. Datsuk, Lady Bing for the 5th year in a row. PK Subban got the Calder. Chara with the Norris. Malkin with the Selkie. Datsuk got the Pearson. Art Ross got the Datsuk as well. Ovechkin with the Rocket. William Jennings goes to Mason. And that was it. As far as us, roster going in here was Bishop and Grice. And then we're going in with a defense of Pronger, Tiemann, Coburn, Perrant, Boychuk, and Yossi. And we end up drafting Klinberg. Left wings will be Gagne, Raymond, JVR, and Carcillo. With Richards, Carter, Oshie, and Steckel as our centers. And then Giroux, Simmons, Fair, and Nodal. I should hopefully be able to go back to those trades. Okay, so yeah. So we trade Briere to the Kings for first, just to free up cap space. Hartnell, Modine, Cote, 6th, went to Nashville for first, and Yossi. Eminger and Sloan went to Los Angeles for Simmons, and then we traded Bishop, or we got Bishop for Martinek, OKT, and a 3rd. So those were our trades. Just made some minor signings. And then we'll run around the league real quick just to show the rosters there, and then that'll be it for this video. Just so you can see like how the league's kind of developing and such. So Yandel's looking pretty good. Crosby and Malkin did really good. Backtrack a second. I should be able to look. I think I can look at the draft. No, I can't. All right, so never mind. So all right, so we'll go through the rosters real quick. So we'll hit Anaheim. So Getzlaf, Niedermeyer, Giguere, they brought Kessel in on a contract. So he was a free agent signing for them. And they have Spiza. And then they end up drafting Gudis. And that's free agents. And Palmieri. That was theirs. All right, they've got Kovalchuk. And that's about it. I mean, Kane's decent. And who was there? They got Seguin. So they drafted Tyler Seguin. Stanley Cup champs, Boston. So they kept Wheeler, kept Lucic. They've all got 1-year deals left. Marchand's got his 1-year deal. They ended up getting Modano in the deadline around time frame. So that's an interesting trade for them. They didn't draft anybody of importance. Buffalo's got Myers, a young Tyler Myers, and they got Jaden Schwartz. Calgary's got Iggy, Kipper, Benouf, Bouwmeester. Like they've got a lot of money tied up in those players, but they still got decent actually cap space, surprisingly enough. Backlund's developing, and then they got Granlund. I feel like I glossed over Buffalo, so sorry, Buffalo fans. So they got Forsberg still. They've got a decent amount of cap space as well, but nothing too wild and crazy with them. Carolina's got Stahl, Ward, picking in. Brendan Moore's still playing, 40 years old. before he became their head coach. And then Carolina got this Nathan Belak guy. He's a phony. Chicago's going to be a pain in the ass now because they're starting to turn into that. They picked up Iran, they got Huey, and they still, if I'm not mistaken, have... Okay, they have Crawford and the MA. They've actually got Crawford in the minors. Yikes. Oops, wrong one. Alright, Stastny for Colorado, Anderson, Hayduk, Wolski. They've got Shattenkirk and O'Reilly still. They haven't traded them yet. Matt Duchene as well. They're a young team. And theirs was, they got Skinner. That was their big sign-in. Nash Mason are coming out really good. Atkinson's developing a little bit. For Columbus, Filatov. So they've got their kids they need to, and they've got Kuz. Kuznetsov was their pick. Dallas is Turco, and some old guys. But they've got these young kids, Erickson, Neal. I don't know. They might turn into something. Niskanen, Jamie Benn. He could be. They could be decent players. I don't know. Who'd they pick? I don't think they had a first. All right. Detroit has, with their whopping $420K, still Datsuk, Lindstrom, Zetterberg. They're all on good contracts. Nice big contracts. Franzen's actually a pretty decent contract. 10 years. I mean, Grant, yeah, it's 10 years, so he's still 40, but at 3.9, it's not awful. But they're clearly in it to win it. And a very old team. Who'd they get? I don't think they picked up anybody big. It's first from the first draft. Edmonton signed Howie Bullen. He was their big signing over the free agency. And that's about it. Gagner's doing pretty good. And they got Nino Ryder. That was their draft. Vokun went to Florida. No, Vokun was already in Florida. I don't believe they got Blake. I'm trying to remember if Florida did anything, though. I don't think they did anything crazy. They didn't get any of the good picks. Oops. Los Angeles. So they've got Kopitar, Doughty, Brown, Quick, Briere, and then they've got Eriksberg. So they've got the goaltending like crazy. I was trying to get Eriksberg. So I think his potential is actually pretty... I think he maxed already. Oh, yeah, he's already maxed. But they've got Frolov, Jack Johnson developing still, Stoll, Ponikarovsky, Justin Williams. Yeah, Justin Williams. Gave them Eminger, so they've got a solid team, plus they picked Tarasenko in the draft. And they've got 20-year-old Drew Doughty. And then Braden Shen's right here too, which I think I gave him a good potential, I believe. Yeah, 85. Minnesota, so Backstrom, Havlat, Koivu, Burns, Zidlicki, some old guys. They got a good mix. And I'm trying to remember who. Riley Sheahan. So Sheahan was who they drafted out of that draft. Subban's still there. So they're a strong defensive team. And I was curious what they're going to see with Price, what they're going to do. Kostitsin brothers, Plakonic. They have Sundin. Sorry, Leaf fans. I forget how they got him. Look, Ryan McDonough. Hopefully they don't trade him away for pennies. And then they've got Pacioretty still developing, and they got Kevin Hayes. That was their pick for that draft. Weber Rene Suter. So Nashville's still a stud, and they've got $10 million in cap too. So they've got money to spend. Ellis is developing. Nope, wrong one. Keep hitting the wrong button. They got Ryan Johansson, which is funny. And then Hornquist is still developing as well. And I believe, yeah, Viktor Kozlov. Annoying Jersey Devils. Not sorry. Brodeur still playing, 38 years old. Price Rangers. Hosidius. Berg Force. I remember that guy that guy was supposed to be good. They didn't get anybody. Yeah, they didn't get anybody from the draft. Tavares is getting really good. No surprise. Hopefully, maybe he stays. They've still got DiPietro with that disgusting, 12-year contract, but they have a buttload of cap space. So, and they signed Emery. So they've got a decent double-headed for the goaltending, but other than that, nothing too crazy. And they picked up Hall from their draft. I think he went first. I think. This is what happens when my stuff gets muted, and then I have to play off memory, which is annoying. The Rangers, they've got some good youth, and they've got some good age players. I don't think they didn't do anything. Hwang. Barry Hwang. Alright, we got the Danny Heatley, Spezza, Alfredson. They've got Kovalev, Elliott, and Leclerc as their goalie. It's the guy Eric Carlson. You might have heard of him. Mike Fisher. Mike Hoffman's coming up. I've seen him develop nicely. And then they got good Branson. And us, we've got Richard, Carter, Pronger, Gagne, Tiemann, Giroux, Coburn. We signed Ben Bishop. We've got Simmons. I've got $10 million cap space 2 to play with. So, and I signed Boychuk to a nice long deal. Grace got a nice long deal, so hopefully they develop. I'm hoping they do. And then we got Klinberg. Phoenix has Doan, Brizgalov, Jovanovski, Libera, Yandel, Boker, OEL, Anzels. They've got all their youth that should hopefully turn into a solid team. I'm sure there's some people that would love to see that. And they've got Justin Falk with their draft. Pittsburgh, annoyingly, is going to be a pain in our ass. I know they spanked us throughout this season. And they got Alexander Oland. I believe he was their draft. But he doesn't look like he'll turn into anything. The defending Western Conference champs. They kept most of their team here. From the looks of it. They still got Couture. And yeah. Couture, Vlasic's still there, Pavelski's still there. So yeah. So San Jose is looking good still. St. Louis, they're pretty average, but they've also waiting on development. So Johnson, Backus, boys, Berglund, Pietrangelo, Perron, like they have, this is their, basically the guys that took this team to the cup a couple years ago is now, they need them to develop. They got Jack Campbell too. Tampa Bay, LeCavalier, Stamkos, and San Luis. I believe Zajac was a free agent signing. I don't believe they traded for him. They did sign Bush because I let him walk. Hedman, Meseros, like they've got a good crew coming up. Cam Fowler was their pick, which that's awesome. I'm excited for that. Cam Fowler with Hedman. Yay! It's gonna be so much fun. I can't wait. Yeah, that was it. Toronto, Caberlet, Luke Shen. They're going with Taskla and Colsey as their goalies. And then it's just a young team. Hopefully they turn into something. They got Kadri, and then Mark Stone was their draft from this recent one. Luongo is the best goalie, and then you got the Sedin twins, Kessler, Schneider. I was kicking around tires trying to get him. I might try a little harder once we get into the season. Matt Carl, I traded to them. Or no, yeah. Or did we? I think we traded, or I think we let him walk. They didn't get anybody. Washington, OV, Green, Simon, Backstrom, Varlamov, Mason. I don't know why they signed Mason. Like Carlson, Fleshman, and then they've got, I think Holtby's, yeah, Holtby's in the minors. So Holtby might be someone we go after too. And then they got Brandon Gallagher. And that's it. So going into this, let's go to Philly. These will be our lines: Gagne, Richards, and Giroux, JVR, Carter, Simmons, Raymond, Oshie, and Fair, which I like. That's a fun line. Carcil, Steckel, and Ballard, Pronger, Tiemann, Coburn, Perrant, Yossi, and Boychuk. And then we'll be coming into the 2021. Bam. I think I just. YouTube. Okay, cool. So yeah, so that's that. Same deals with all my other series. If you want to have a player in here, I can create you in this. It's not a big deal. Just let me know down in the comments below. If you like this and you want to keep this going, let me know. Drop a like, drop a subscription, all that jazz that makes us, gives us people, gives us views, and builds a community. So, but yeah, that was a quick little video of a recap of what happened because Twitch muted my video for some reason. I think it was the background music. You guys take it easy.